Visiting the most crowded island on Earth. Let's get right into it.
Santa Cruz del Islote has an area of just 1% of a square kilometer in size, where 816 people squeeze their entire lives. The island is so full that a guy does his daily workout routine near a dog feces, and chaotic life here creates new adaptations.
That man just yoinked a sea turtle from the ocean. Imagine you are the sea turtle and you're just swimming. And the next thing you know, you just get yoinked. What?
Since we arrived on the island, we've been constantly encountering people no matter where we turn.
People come out from every corner.
It's impossible to be alone on these crowded streets. Each house here has dozens of people living together.
But how do you, like, how did this form? How did this little place form? 800 plus people on this little hunk of land with all these houses. Where did this start?
In tiny rooms.
How many people live in this room?
About 10.
10 people live in that one room. That room, there's no, how do you sleep? Where do you sleep? Do they take turns?
This is an average room of an average house. You will be shocked when you see how other people live. But these people have a much bigger problem than these houses, which makes life so extremely terrible here.
Welcome to the most densely populated island on Earth.
A 2-hour boat ride away from the mainland of Colombia.
A 2-hour boat ride. How do you end up here? This isn't even like an island. It's underwater. It's like built on infrastructure that's underwater. What? Like, how do you end up
The
here?
island is just a little bigger than a football field in size and has
It's as big as a soccer field. And it has almost 900 people.
a density of 68,000 people per square kilometer. Even in Hong Kong, known as one of the most densely
Wait, so then how many people are here? And he'll probably say it
cities
later.
in the world. This rate is 6,749. There are only 4 streets, and the place is entirely constructed of concrete. They don't have cars or motorcycles here. We feel the density
how many
as
people
soon
are
as we
here?
step onto the island. The sounds of people, roasters, waves, and music all mixed together tell the story of the island. Let's get inside one now.
Can we see inside your house?
Yes, you may. See, I don't have anything. Sorry, it's a little dark inside.
We don't have electricity here.
You can see that they have some laundry work in the hallway and they leave them to dry in this open area. Let's start with this room. Homeowner says 10 people share these 3 beds together.
This is my room.
How many people sleep on that bed?
3.
3 people on what looks to be a twin?
What about this room?
She is not allowing us to enter this room as it's too unorganized.
Kids used to sleep here. Since it is too hot, we take the mattresses out of the room because there is no electricity.
Does the island... Here's the thing. Does the island not have any electricity or running water at all because of where it's at? Because you would have to build, like, underwater infrastructure.
7 kids are living in this room alone. They're making use of every bit of space, even the walls. Because they don't own a wardrobe, their clothes, shoes are all over the place. The kitchen is far from being clean because of the water shortage. People use water only for drinking. All other reasons have to be disregarded. Some barbers at work. Chairs spilling out of home.
Wait. What did that say?
Place. The kitchen is far from being clean because of the water shortage.
Water
People use water
shortage.
only for drinking. All other reasons have
But is it because there is no access to water, or is it just based off of the fact that they only get like bottles of water shipped in?
to be disregarded. Some barbers at work. Chairs spilling out of homes. Children constantly running up and down. 220 families live in houses illegally built. Here, permission is not obtained from any authority, and no one is officially a landowner. Everybody builds their houses wherever they want. When they can't find any space, they build on top of existing buildings. The buildings are so intertwined that sometimes they have to walk through each other's homes to get to the other side.
Imagine chilling in your home and one day in this part you just hear like loud construction noises, and it's due just to the fact that there is now someone building a house on top of your house. Like, no one's landowners. You can't tell them no. What are you gonna do? Fight them?
As we get to know islanders more and more, we will discover a very different reason why their future is going to get even worse. Population density defies all logic. We see dishes and leftovers everywhere, and this dog is trying to eat the crumbs left on the spoon. Some people are fishing, others selling food on street corners, and some working on construction. A few are trying their luck with a lottery machine brought to the island.
Who did that? Which one of you greedy bastards did that? There's one lot. Who? That is evil. Whoever decided to bring a random ass lottery machine to this island. Unbelievable.
Dreaming of becoming rich. As this all happens, there's a birthday celebration, and the party sounds can be heard everywhere. People are striving for comfort in their little space.
Is this her own house or is she on a rent?
My own house.
What is the average rent here?
There are some who pay rent because there are people who are not from here. They pay $50 to $75. Usually the only utility they pay for is electricity.
There is a crowded family here.
Okay, so nobody who originally lived there pays rent because there is no landowners and they just build the house wherever. And the only utility there is electricity, so that's the only bill they pay. But people who visit the island, which I don't know why you would, not visit, but like to move there, then pay rent.
They gave the second floor to their married children so that they can stay there.
It seems they have a communal life here.
For you to have a better understanding how small this island really is, I came to the furthest side of it and I will walk to the other side. And while doing that, I'll start a timer. Let's see how many minutes it will take.
We're trying to find our way among the maze-like narrow streets. Privacy is impossible here because with every step we pass through someone's life. Kids dominate
How long do you think it's going to take him? I'm going to say 20 minutes.
this island's population. Even a space of 4 or 5 steps turns into a vast playground in the imagination of these children. Island has 1 school, 1 church, 1 clinic, 1 hotel, 1 restaurant, and 3 markets.
And 1 lottery machine.
200 years ago, none of these streets, this chaos, garbage, mosquitoes, and the people were here. According to a legend, some fishermen discovered this island and spent the night here when it was too late to return. Then they decided to settle here with their families after sleeping well without mosquitoes. It was later artificially enlarged by compressing coral rocks, seashells, and waste year after year.
Before he shows us the time, I just want you to know, talk about the butterfly effect. If that is true, random fishermen found this place, decided to stay the night because it was too late, and then they started a family, which resulted in this giant overpopulated island community. What the hell? Also, 20 minutes was my guess.
It took less than 2 minutes.
It took him 2 minutes to walk from one side of that island to the other. That is incredibly small.
We met a 94-year-old lady who witnessed everything here.
Was she born on this island?
She never left, not even a single day.
Fishermen first came from the Baru region. They started to expand the island, and in 100 years the island became like this. There were no motors back then or anything like that, only small canoes with paddles.
So they
If
paddle
I remember
over.
it correctly, when I was born there was only this house and a few more houses. The rest was nothing.
We are blessed to be located on the world's second largest coral reef with its amazing, amazing sea life.
So they're located on a coral reef. Is that not super? I thought coral was super fragile with its ecosystem. Like if you even like touch it, it dies. It's like, so what they do, they compress the coral and then build on top of it. I can't, like he talks about the vast ecosystem within the coral, but if you kill it, then the ecosystem disappears, right?
Waves that rise 20 to 30 meters in the open ocean are reduced to merely 25 to 30 centimeters when they reach our shores. Look, all that you see around the island, up to 5 or 6 miles off the
That
coast,
is
surrounded
really
by
cool
pure
looking.
coral. We're safe here.
How many people live here?
Each family consists of 6 members, 12 people in total.
Where is the kitchen?
The kitchen. The stove goes here. That's not a problem. We cook with propane gas.
Dogs can't grow anymore once they hit a certain size because of not getting enough nutrition. Life here is really limited for every creature. Here, we meet the nurse who has helped almost everyone come into the world healthy.
40 years of delivering babies.
How many babies?
You think she's an actual, like a registered nurse, or you think she's just the lady they trusted, like a midwife?
Oh my goodness, I've lost count. I don't even remember. Most of the youth in this town passed through these hands that you see. I delivered almost everyone on this island, and now I'm delivering even their children's children.
That is really impressive, though. Everyone you can say you had part in the birth of just about every single person on this island with your two hands.
And I've never had a baby die. Little children with vomiting, a high fever, or diarrhea come to me. I tell them what to do or which medicine to take. I'm like a doctor. Everyone knows me here.
He has a 100% survival rate. That is insane.
The lack of modern healthcare services on the island poses a risk in emergency situations. But as you will understand by the end of the video, their real problem is so much more vital. By the way, according to the locals, the average life expectancy on the island is 85 to 90 years.
My sister died at the age of 103.
People get to go beyond these limits only after they lose their lives because there is no cemetery on this island where people can bury their loved ones as there is no land to dig. After the corpses are toured around the square with a ceremony, they are then taken to the mainland by a boat and buried there.
What is the average age for girls to get married or have a child?
Typically, girls are 16 years old when they have their first children. This
That is
also applies to
insane.
their children when they get to that age.
But here's the thing. I'm not even going to touch on this topic. A cultural thing, I'm assuming. But again, that is insane.
There is no family planning and the population keeps growing rapidly.
How many kids do people usually have?
Here, from 2 to 5.
Family life here is uniquely laid back. Most of the couples are together without any official marriages. Also, it's not unusual for people to have kids with more than one partner, but that's part of life here.
Is she married?
I have a husband, but I'm not married.
Oh, really?
Which means it's all free union. Free.
Also, people don't care about their personal space and joke around all the time.
One of the biggest problems of the island is trash. Some of these will be in the ocean. Some of these will be sent to the main.
Here's the question that I'm having. This is giving cult vibes. While yes, there is no leader, it's almost like a free running cult.
Mainland. But you can feel the smell and the amount of mosquitoes wherever you go.
Is it filming?
Most of the waste is hidden in the ocean. Without thinking twice, people just throw their loads of garbage into the water, which they see as a dump.
See, that's what I'm talking about though. That right there it's dead coral. That's dead coral rock. So
ground, plastics, glass, and metal pieces. But what you will see next will make you feel more disgusting. Unbelievably, even a toilet can be found at the ocean floor. The crabs swimming in this pollution are some of the important food sources for the residents. And these broken cages were used to hunt these animals.
There are some plastic bags in the ocean. People are fishing. These women are washing their clothes.
like at what point? Well, it's the whole ocean. I guess maybe.
It's chaotic here.
Access to electricity and drinking water here varies depending on the weather conditions. Solar panels are here.
This is the way they produce electricity for the island.
We have 380 solar panels and 180 batteries, which gives us energy for everything.
If the weather is sunny, electricity is provided between 12 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Is there something that she wants to change in this island?
Mainly the electricity. Look, today we've been without electricity for 4 days.
All the drinks are hot.
You see tomatoes and peppers. Since there isn't enough power, these are not very fresh.
These power generators are working.
Almost everything people need is provided in the 3 markets on this main street, including medicines. This is the trading center of the island.
There's another shop here. You can buy some t-shirts and shorts.
We have a lot of wind here. The salt carried by winds damages our devices.
The real struggle begins with the...
Then I wonder why, like, wind... Like, I guess solar panels are cheaper, but, like, I wonder if they could use, like, wind turbine-powered stuff.
Obtaining of drinking water, as there is no tap water in here. As you see, they gather the rainwater with these pipes. Not even a single drop of water is wasted.
Drinking water? We suffer a lot. There, below the health center, we have a community tank that we call the lung of the island. When it rains, the joy is so immense here that we go partying that day. Here, the drought scares us so much. It takes 7 to 8 months to get some rain here. We store that precious liquid and then we distribute it to all the families equally without skipping anyone.
So 7 to 8 months without rain for a community that collects rain to drink it. That is insane. So they have to get water delivered in then, right?
The Navy sees the problem we have here. They let the mayor's office use their ships so that they could bring us some water.
Yeah, okay.
This helps a lot.
Now we have some water. All the tanks are full because it has rained.
Also, the island doesn't have any sewage system. Even though rain means good news in terms of water supply, rainfalls are bringing life into the edge of a chaos. Since the enlarged areas of the island are not solid, hurricanes or a heavy rain makes houses and streets unusable.
What does he not like about this island?
The only bad thing is the rainy season. When it rains, the tides rises. All these streets are flooded with seawater. More in September and October. During those months, if these houses didn't have these raised floors, the rainwater would enter the rooms.
Keep in mind that they are also without electricity during these seasons.
We are at the heart of Santa Cruz del
So like during the rainy seasons, while yes, it provides them water, they go the whole season without any electricity basically because there is no sun and the whole place is flooded. I know that has to be terrible.
This is the only monument on the island, and it is called La Patrona.
Monument protects us from hurricanes.
We are inside the small church of this settlement. It seems like it needs some repairing.
Are you the priest?
I am the leader.
There are...
Why does he look like every other... If you lined them all up, I would say he's the priest. If they lined all, he's the priest.
Many young kids on this island. What will their future be like?
After they finish primary school, they don't go on to further studies. Their parents don't have the means to send them to the mainland.
So there are 240 students on this island and 12 teachers.
Welcome to the only school on the island.
This is a classroom for the grade 1. Since there is no school in the neighboring islands, students from there also come here. And their school service is of course a boat. Every young boy here loves playing soccer, even the girls.
What do you want to become when you grow up?
A soccer player.
Where do they want to play?
In Madrid. The Paris team. In Argentina.
I did not mean to pause by there. I was gonna say... Wait, hold on. I was gonna say, like, it would make a really cool story if one of them, like, ever did play professional soccer or football.
Earning their living by tourism. Qualified as a national park, the island charges $2.5 from the tourists for the entrance. With the arrival of these hundreds of tourists every day, a much bigger chaos appears on the streets.
For us, tourists are a blessing from God. They are a source of employment, directly or indirectly.
I am a bartender.
What is the average salary or profit for a person here?
It depends very much on the season. There is a guy who goes diving. If he's lucky, he can make $30 per day. If there are a few tourists, he can only earn $15. A bartender, depending on the tourism season, after expenses and paying workers, can make $50 per day.
Yeah, but the upfront cost of being able to, like, ship in alcohol to this island is probably, like, astronomical.
This is if they can attract foreigners. Here there is an aquarium built for tourists where locals keep fishes, sea turtles, and even sharks in a very limited space. Famous for allowing tourists to swim with these animals, this place significantly contributes to the local economy. Fishing is very important.
I'm just gonna say this right now. You know there are zero regulations. So if you're going to this island as a tourist, you better be prepared because there's zero safety regulations
as well. But the people don't really value what the environment provides for themselves. The islanders now have to import fish because of marine pollution and overfishing.
When you go out fishing, you no longer catch the same amount of fish. That is to say, right now, the fish in the restaurants is brought here from the mainland.
This is the only hostel of Santa Cruz del Islote. Let's go inside. A peaceful atmosphere is created for the tourists here. It looks like a silent shelter in chaos. Despite this crowd, there is not even a single police that provides security, nor a state of law on the island. Since everybody knows each other here, they don't need for it.
Look, we have 800 people here and we have no police.
So they do have 800 people here. I'm getting confused. So they have 800 people on this island.
So you don't see robberies, muggings, or stabbings. We live peacefully here.
Our police here are older adults. We respect them so much here. If there is an argument, a misunderstanding, or a fight, the older adults set in and grab us, find out who is right, and then give us advice. Then we shake hands and keep on being the same brothers and sisters with no hard feelings.
Does he have plans to migrate to somewhere else?
I'll spend my entire life on this island. I was born and raised right here. I'm going to die right here.
In the evening, residents are more active and everywhere is more crowded since the weather cools off.
He done
When
yoinked
the
that
sun
sea
goes
turtle.
down, the island gets completely dark because there isn't electricity at night. People use candles or flashlights of their mobile phones, which are charged during certain hours to brighten the night. Everyone goes outside of their doorsteps because their houses are very tiny and dark. Besides, there is nothing to do inside of the houses. The darkness never prevents the island's vibrant spirit. There's also a little pub where everyone gathers. Most of the locals drink a lot during the night. We hear Latin music all the time. People are singing and dancing together. Some of them play domino, a very popular game here. And the birthday party is still going on. Some of the garbage from this event is already piled up here. Most of these people living in isolation from the rest of the world have never left these boundaries in their entire lives. They have no desire to leave their small world or to strive to improve their living standards with each passing day. The island community has a deep bond to their homeland and they focus on shared happiness and positive values.
The biggest problems of Santa Cruz del Islote are the lack of clean water and insufficient cleaning garbage. Island is not in a position to accommodate more people. Despite all the negatives, people are connected to each other like a big family and are happy. Thank you for watching this documentary. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Yeah, do not forget to subscribe to his YouTube channel. I will be putting in a link description below. But more importantly, they seem happy. I'm not going to lie. I mean, if it was, if they had better access to clean water and better access to like garbage disposal, I mean, they don't seem to fight. There's no robberies. There's only 800 people. They seem happy. It is what it is. I mean, if they, definitely just need more clean water and garbage. But I mean, other than that, they seem like they're doing fine. Anyway, absolutely banger video. As always, again, in the description below, make sure you check out his link. And I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.